Hi guys. We have an extra day together this week because because it snowed. And I was on overtime already, so I didn't have to go to work today. So we are going to do a little Galentine's Day glam together. And then I'm going to actually be able to take Dylan to preschool today. I'm just putting a little of the primer on my face. Hi, Kristen. So if you guys don't know, February 13th is Galentine's Day. So it's the day that you get to surround all of your girlfriends with all of the love. And I truly feel this day in my heart, to be honest with you, because like my girlfriends, my close friends and I don't know how I would get through life without them. And even though most of us do not live anywhere near each other anymore, and we kind of exist to each other on text messages and emails and the phone, they're like, you know that Baz Luhrmann sunscreen song where it says like, do not forget your friends. They're the best link to your past. Like that is absolutely the truth. So I have friends, that like go all the way back to like when I was 8 years old. And so I find that Galentine's Day is just the perfect time to tell your girlfriends like, I love you and I see you and you're wonderful. All right, so I'm using the very last bit of my Velour liquid foundation today. It is my light foundation, so I don't typically use it a lot, but today we're going to go in and use some. So I've had this foundation for probably, 10 months, and I'm finally at the end of it. And it's going to be time to open up a new one. But this was the first shade of foundation that I ever purchased from Younique. And I'm making a mess all over my makeup desk. I'm trying to get it out, but it's worth it. Because I do love this shade for like a nice, just clean, neutral look. So that's kind of what I'm going to do today. Nothing crazy. Hopefully Justin and I have a date night on Saturday, barring any children getting sick. Hi, Alyssa. Which, if you're a parent, everything you do is contingent on whether the children are healthy enough to allow you to do it. So hopefully everyone stays nice and healthy for Saturday, and we can actually attend the dinner reservation that I made yesterday. Okay, so that is Velour liquid foundation that I just put all over my face, and I'm going to go in with my powder concealer brush. So this is technically meant for powder foundations, but I actually love the way that it spreads out my liquid foundation. It just blends it out really, really nicely, very evenly. And it really doesn't require like that sleight of hand that everybody thinks that you need when you use a blending bud. All right. How easy was that? That's like crazy simple. No problem. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with Touch Liquid Foundation in Scarlet. And I'm doing the quick and dirty version today because I'm really excited to bring Dylan to preschool. I've actually only been there for pickups because I'm usually working when he goes. And everybody else gets to pick him up. My mom, my sister, my husband, and not me. And last time I went there, they were like, oh, today must be the day that we meet the moms that don't get to come to school. And I felt like crap. And I know that this is like working mom problems. And all the other moms in my shoes probably have felt this exact same way at some point. And I remember feeling this way with Chase, that I was missing stuff all the time. So when I do get the opportunity to participate, I'm like on it like white on rice. All right, so I'm going to take my, hi Kayla, I'm going to take my beauty blender and I'm just going to press in my concealer. I normally send my best friend a Valentine's Day gift, but her butt is in Miami this year for a wedding. So I am not in Miami. I am in a foot of snow in upstate New York. All right, pressing. And that's how easy that the concealer just blends into your skin. Because I'm using velour foundation and my Scarlet concealer, you can kind of see that the velour is a lot lighter than the foundation I normally use, because the concealer shade is not that far apart from it. I think they are only like 2 shades different on our foundation chart. Okay, so we have all of that on. We're going to go and set our product now with Touch Behold Translucent Setting Powder. I'm going to go in with a brush because I don't want to put too much of this on, and I'm going to tap off a lot of the excess. And I'm just going to go in and set all the areas that I concealed. Like so. So all this does is it absorbs extra oil and moisture that can build up on top of your cream and liquid foundations and concealers so that they don't move during the day. Because the worst thing is when you get really moisture or like oil buildup, that makeup that you have on there is going to move all around, and that's when you get kind of like that sloppy, did she put makeup on? Did she possibly sleep in the makeup she had on yesterday sort of look? And I'm not interested in that. I'm going to go in with a little bit of pressed powder and crepe and just set the rest of my foundation using that same powder concealer brush that I used earlier. And all this does is give me a little bit more of like an airbrush finish. And it sets that liquid foundation so that it's not going to move during the day. Super simple. All right, we're going fast today, as I said. So now I'm going to go in with another pressed powder, and this is in the shade Gingham, and Gingham is what I use to contour with. So Gingham is about 4 shades darker than my velour. No, this isn't velour. This is, yes, it is velour. I thought it was taffeta for some reason. So Gingham is about 4 shades darker. This is darker. And I go in with it to make a contour so that you can kind of see my cheekbones better and add some warmth and dimension back into my face. And you just want to stay sort of on the high end of your cheekbone, like the top of your ear area. And that will make your cheekbones look like they're higher up. And then I go on my forehead a little bit, bring some warmth in there. But I keep the center of my forehead nice and bright. And the key is basically just blending everything out really well. And then jawline. Like so. And then I'm going to use the little side of my powder concealer brush to just do the sides of my nose to warm it up a little bit and to contour it in. I just kind of blend it out so it's not quite so obvious. There, contour is easy peasy, especially when you use a pressed powder like this, because it's meant to be a foundation and you're not going to have to struggle to blend it. All righty. So I'm going to add a little bit of bronzer onto my contour because I want to add a little bit of glow to my face, and bronzer is really good for that. Our bronzers are a baked bronzer, so half of it is matte and half of it has a shimmer to it. Not like a glitter, but just like a glow. So this is our Beachfront bronzer in Sunset, which is our lightest shade. And I just like it gives you sort of that well-rested look. Okie dokie. Blush. I'm going in with Sweet. Sweet is our most neutral, looks beautiful on everyone type of blush. And I did not used to be a blush girl. In fact, I used to hate blush because I thought it made me look like I was in a school play. But now I see the benefit of using it. It really does finish your makeup look. It makes you look super polished. And it just brings in that like pretty flush on your face, so that it just gives you like that full healthy kind of glow. And I always take a big fluffy powder brush like this with nothing on it, and I blend the blush out even more at the end because I don't want to see any kind of transition into it. I just want a very natural sort of pinky glow on there. Okay, for eyes, I'm going to do a very, very simple nude kind of eye look. So I'm going to go in first with Idealistic, which is this pretty sort of like coffee toffee color. And then I'm in the crease, I'm going to do Nonsensical, which is this like burgundy brown. And then I'm going to add a little bit of Visionary, which is like this pretty sort of metallic copper color. And I'm just going to layer that on for a little bit of sparkle. So let's find our blending brush. So I'm going to use my Younique blending brush for Idealistic, which is that neutral sort of toffee color. And just going to blend this in from the corner of my eye and blow it out into the crease. Just for like a really pretty all over neutral color like that. Just adding a little bit of color and dimension to our eye. Pretty. I'm just going to blend that out a little bit on the corners. And now I'm going to go in with my Younique fluffy crease brush and put some of the Nonsensical right in the crease. So I kind of just do this windshield wiper motion back and forth. And blend, blend, blend. You can open up your eye when you do it so you can see exactly where you are. And I don't want this like big dark sort of volume on the sides of my eyes. So I'm just going in with my foundation brush and sort of blending it out and diffusing the line on there, so it's more natural. All right, and now I'm going to take this Visionary, which is this really pretty copper, and let's go in with my Deluxe brush. So the Deluxe brush is also a two-sided brush. So on one side it has the sponge, and the other side it has this pretty dense, sort of tapered, angled brush. So I'm going to go in with the brush side, and I'm just going to place some of this Visionary right on my lid to brighten it up. And I just like that like golden shimmer it gives it. It doesn't really give it a color, it just gives it a little bit of like light reflecting quality. Fantastic. Okay, so now Epic Mascara, 2 coats of Epic. The first one acts as like a primer. So I do just a really nice thick coat from the root of my lashes to the tip. And then other side. The second coat is really what gives you a ton more length, separation, fullness, all that good stuff. Oh, so sad when that happens. Thank God I didn't do my brow yet. Okay, so second coat. So an Epic Mascara lasts me about 60 days, and I use it every day, and I do 2 coats every day. You shouldn't hang on to a mascara though for more than 90 days because they can grow a lot of really nasty bacteria from opening and closing it all the time, and you don't want to put anything like that near your eye. Okay, and then I'm going to take what's left on this wand and just do my lower lashes with it lightly. Because my lashes are super blonde down there. Okay, Brow Obsession palette for my brows. Totally completes this look. And I use the Brow Artist brush. This is the original one with the tapered end and the flat end. So I have the brunette palette, which is the medium one. We have a blonde, a brunette, and then a dark brown black. And I use the brunette. I've had this palette for over a year. It was a year on February 1st. And I'm not even halfway done with it. Just to give you an idea of how long these products last. And I do my brows every single day. Because even when I'm not working, like of course I do my makeup every day to go to work, but the days that I don't work, I'm doing a tutorial, so all of this goes on. So after I line my brows, like you just saw me do, I just use essentially what is left over on my brow brush, and I fade in the front of my brows, because your brows naturally are going to be the lightest and softest in the front. That's why I love to use the brow palette, because you're able to really manipulate the colors to exactly what you want them to be, as well as the fade. And I don't feel like I can do that nearly as well when I use a pencil. And I used to use brow pencils every day. But I love this so much more. It's also faster. Way faster. Okay. And just fading in. There we go. Just nice and soft. I always have to double check and make sure I've made replica eyebrows. All right, so now we are going to go in and add some highlighter in Pearly. So it's kind of adding a little bit of that gold. So I'm going to go ahead and just show you where I like to put my highlighter. So the highlighter I always add to the tops of my cheeks. And this kind of blends in your blush even better and makes a really smooth transition. And then I go down my nose and on my Cupid's bow. I am noticing that I went a little low on my contour, so what I'm going to do to fix that is take my Touch Behold setting powder, and I'm going to take my sponge and clean it up like this. Wow, that's a lot that came out. Okay. So what this is doing is just cleaning up my jawline, and I'm going to let it bake there for a few minutes before I dust it off. All right. So let's do lips. I'm going to do one of my favorite combos today. So this is Plush Lip Liner. Be very careful not to overline the sides of your lips, just the centers. Okay. All right, so Plush Lip Liner, which is this really pretty like faded mauve. Synthetic Splash Liquid Lipstick. And I just kind of use the applicator to blend it into my liner a little bit. Okay. One of my favorites. So pretty. It's like such a pretty sort of like peachy nude neutral. And then I'm going to top it with Lucid Lucrative Lip Gloss because I like a shiny lip. All right, so now that this has had a chance to bake, I'm just going to go ahead and take my big fluffy brush and dust it off. And you see how it just like cleaned it up and brightened it up so that the contour looks even better. That's my little trick if you feel like you've gone too far down the rabbit hole on the contour. I do think I need a little bit more blush though. I may have been a little excessive on the dusting off. And there you have it. There is my super quick I'm going to preschool today with Dylan glam. I'm going to finish it with Touch Behold setting spray so that it doesn't go anywhere today. And then I'm going to stalk the mail lady because for a few very sweet gentlemen. They reached out to me and they wanted to get their wives some makeup and skincare for Valentine's Day. So they sent me pictures of her, and I did my work color matching her. And so now I'm stalking the mail lady because they were delivering everything to me so I could repackage it so that it was really pretty for them to give to their wives for Valentine's Day tomorrow. So that is my Mama Glam for today. I can't wait to go to preschool and meet Jackson the turtle. But I love you guys. I will be back on Saturday. Justin and I are going out for Valentine's Day. Fingers crossed nobody gets sick and we can still go. So hopefully I'll have a really pretty look planned for that. Though at the moment I have no inspiration. So you guys want to see anything specific, shoot me a message. I would love to know what you want to see. Excuse me. And if you need to be color matched or you're interested in skincare or any of our makeup products, just shoot me a message. Mom is home today. So I can just shoot you right back and let you know what to look for. So I will see you guys Saturday. Stay safe on the roads. I love you. Peace out.